Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. This is Nintova and we are playing a little bit of Outer Worlds. So we've tightened up a bunch of loose ends. We went and took Pavarti to the bar, went and talked to the giant-eyed freak show lady that's emotionless and thinks she's all that in a bag of chips when we know we could smoke her. So yeah, now she just needs to start recognizing there's a new sheriff in town, savvy? But we're here over at Monarch now. We're about to head down and looking at all of our stuff. We got the new weapon from Phineas's lab, which we also just got through visiting and kind of going through, and didn't learn a great deal there, but they did have this weapon. I'm not overly optimistic about it. It seems like it's supposed to shrink big things down so that they're manageable. You can deal with them. I would rather just do damage, but I mean, we'll give it a roll and see what it's about. And then we picked up this crazy looking thing. Yeah, this is giving heavy weapons, and this is tech skills. Now, the curious thing I wonder about is what is going to provide more damage, because the weapon that we're preferring these days is a science weapon. And so right now it's doing, and it does all the damage types, right? So anything that we can do to bump this up is going to bring, this one's a flat. You can tell that's just a flat, 25% for the corrosive and the in-ray. But these two are still climbing. And then, of course, the weapon effects is also still climbing. And so I'm wondering if this wouldn't actually net us more damage and probably, you know, confuse the living hell out of anything that's looking at me, because what is with that? I kind of like it though, but it looks bizarre. It's almost like a cross between the Seekers or Sniffers or whatever they were in Riddick, right? That big glowy face mask with those ugly freakazoids. So I jumped it up by, it looks like 1%. Am I seeing this correctly? Let's do this and do it again. 17.9. Oh no, it's quite a bit better. And then 32 versus... And I know, unfortunately, it won't reflect on the weapon itself when I hover over it, I don't think. 317. Right, 317, and then let's take that off. Stink. Wrong thing. I need to go right there. Still showing 317, and now let's throw this on, because that's specific to two-handers, right? 317. Does this change in any way, shape, or form? 63 and 126. 63 and 126. And I'm guessing it'll be the same with this regardless. I don't know what these do. I mean, I really don't. If they're not modified or reflected by your armor and stuff, I just, the only thing that seems to be reflected by it is just right here. But is it lying? Is it really being honest about what it's doing? I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, it'll just have to pass the eyeball test, right? Ultimately, that's sort of where we're at. So why don't we'll keep this around as well. And why don't we just go ahead and head on down and see what we see. So I think we're going to take not you, because I think that you probably suck out loud. Not you. Not really interested in taking you out yet, I don't think, because you buff up my science damage. And you heal me and buff up our inhalers. So I think that's probably the team that I'm going to roll with. And if I'm looking at that right, it looks like we have one more companion that we have a potential to get, I guess. We'll find out what Monarch is all about. That sort of looks like, yep, that looks exactly like what I was thinking I was going to see. Sort of like a Wyoming, Monument Valley, Utah sort of vibe. Stellar Bay. y'all doing? We're going to look for things to appropriate, because that's what we do. Nobody saw that, right? Yeah. Yeah, right.
Okay.
I know it says unreliable, but you can rely on us for at least one thing. If it's not nailed down, we're going to take it with us. That's what you can rely on, for sure. Going through here. We'll just tell them, you know, we're just doing an inspection real quick. That's right. That's right. Nothing to see here. Move along, cheese fool. It's my ship, my rules. Oh, look at this. Slightly run down. That looks stinking cool. Not sure what that is. Go. Is this a town proper, or are we going to be fighting? Oh, well, we got somebody rather officious looking over here. Do I have my talking suit on? Let me look. This does have silver tongue. Is this better? Dialogue +5 and dialogue +5. That is better. We're going to do that. I know he's going to be impressed. He can't help but be impressed.
Hold on there.
Yeah?
I gotta sign you in.
Do you? Okay.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
You might have blinked. I mean, because you only have one eye. It's got to be a pain in the ass, right? Oh, I probably wasn't supposed to say that. My bad. Well, that is my ship on the landing pad right next to you.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction.
Oh, my.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
No, I'll just do this.
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes.
All right.
On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
I prefer to travel discreetly, if you know what I mean. No, I won't do that to the kid. I'm going to come all straight up.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even going to give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Okay.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly. Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
You don't say. Well, you're a good kid, so very well done.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
Guaranteed.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Oh, man, I should have had Felix here. Although Felix probably would have gotten a fight with this guy.
That's Bertie Holcomb. Only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever. Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something? Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay. Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar.
All right.
She's always there, so you can't miss her.
All right. I don't want to jack with you too much. You seem well-intentioned. This place is more than just a little bit filthy, though. I mean, seriously, take some pride in your community, fools. It's not that big a place. If every one of you picked up one thing a day, there'd be nothing on the ground in like 3 days. Oh, I probably should have looked around first. That was stealing. I need to recognize I'm not at home anymore. This ain't Kansas, Toto. You feel me? Alright, we're gonna go this way. Nothing. Why do you ask? This way. Oh, nice. Alright. Melt. Corrosion. I like that. And the muzzler, we know about that. Kind of almost wishing I would have kept that one that had the anti-venom, because he just said raptidons, which leads me to believe we're going to be dealing with a lot of poison again. Unfortunate, but true. So we're looking and hoping we're going to find something that's going to help with that. None of those. Those are the old school things that we've seen before. Not surprising, because we're back on the planet, though, right? I mean, that makes a certain amount of sense. Wait, a silencer for a melee weapon. Ooh, in-ray damage for a melee weapon. Nice. Critical chance, that would be good. I don't think I can modify my weapon, though. Oops, I forgot to look at the armor. The plating that's block, dodge. Stealth skills with a 16 armor. That's kind of nice. Because I don't think my armor is that high, is it? No. Well, I mean, it is, but it's been modified heavily. We'll keep our talkie talk armor on. Oh, you look slick, fool.
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some.
Fresh blood, huh? I don't think you want to see the wrong side of my hammer, fool.
You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
Emphasis on the free. You know what I'm saying?
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
Oh my.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
All right. I'll give you that. It's not a wonderful life, it's a wonderful directorate. It's not angels and wings, it's whatever it was they said. I'm guessing this must be the home office.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here.
No. There are so many things that I want to steal. What is your major malfunction, Private?
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble. Oh, thank you for stopping.
Sure.
Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not helpful.
But why did you name your kid Taco? That's what I want to know. You got a little daughter named Burrito? Enchilada? Empanada? Empanadas. I like empanadas. Calm down, take a breath, and then tell me what happened. Your child is missing? Where'd you last see him? That one seems more
Oh, I
likely.
just knew you were a good person.
Did you?
Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was
Oh,
right.
Tucky. Okay.
He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Tucker is his name. Okay.
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But
Yeah.
he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers.
Oh my
Should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Right.
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No. And now I just know my boys run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a manta queen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
You know, there's this cult leader that's in the other town you might want to go live with. You guys will get on just fine. I'm pretty sure. What were you saying about the iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who listened. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
I mean, if you had that kind of gumption, which you don't.
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
This woman is a few bricks short of a load, man. I'm telling you what.
Thank you. Oh, I know
I'll
you'll
look
be
for
safe
him.
now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
I think what I'm going to do is bring a thimble full of talcum powder, and I'm going to tell you that's what they turned him into, and see if you're willing to snort him to get him closer to you. Just, just for giggles. Just a thought. I don't know. We'll think about it. Does that make me a bad person? I'm thinking it probably does. Yeah, we'll take that. I mean, it's a flamethrower. I'll sell it. I know that much. Come back over here. Is there any climbing to be done around this place? Not as such here. Don't think I want to head out quite yet. We still got some more exploration to do. And then that'll give us the points as we go by. Workbench discovered. Where? Ah, right here. Okay.
Help! Someone's been killed!
What the hell? This place is...
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Okay.
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Okay, but of course you know I'm going in here, but first, let's see what you guys say on the subject.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Alright. Sounds like fair advice. Vending machine discovered. Yes. More corrosion. I want the thing that stops corrosion is what I want, though. Oh, that looks a bit different. Wow, that is a lot of armor. Okay. Ooh, that stuff looks slick. I like that gold. Tech skills, yes. Defense skills, very nice. More silver tongue action. Well, yeah, there's
What a gruesome way to die.
Not much I can do for this guy.
This place is kind of tore up. I will just go ahead and he's not going to need that, so we'll just do that. Examine. Several ragged outfits, all of the same cut and color, were stuffed into this suitcase. It's not really a suitcase, is it? Nothing in here. Got a little pad we can check out here in a moment. Gonna say he took a smack to the head or something, maybe, or I don't know. Looks like his neck's bloodied. I can't really look at him or see anything. Let's see here. This betting slip. List some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. Left field tossball betting. Right. All right. Well. While we're here, I guess we'll take a look around. Is there anybody here?
You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
Right. Okay. Pet pills. I'm going to go ahead and grab these real quick. I'll read them in a moment. Are you paying attention? I don't think you are. And I appreciate that. I really do. We got here. I think I'll leave that alone. I don't care about that. I don't want to be greedy and all.
Whatever you do, don't mention tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
This guy got a name? He does not.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that.
Yep, sorry. My bad. And I said guy, also my bad. An Inferno scythe, huh? Why? Don't mind if I do. Finally. Something that gives EXP, and I saw some new armor types. It looks like, oh, look at that thing. Determination, and if only I had a one-handed melee weapon instead of that. We got to see what this looks like. That's kind of cool. Not doing what I need, but it's kind of cool. What's going on, people? How you doing? Good. If you don't mind, I'm going to close that and then take these. Then we're going to go ahead and leave. Can I? Oh, well, you're just residents. I don't imagine you'll say anything. No. That's a no. Let me double check. No. Stellar Bay, whatever this is. Chef Raymond, huh? Another vending machine. Can y'all have something I can use, please? Oh, these look different too. Oh, interesting leadership skills. Persuade. I like all that. And handguns. Neat looking set. Holy moly. Oh, because it's level 20. Oh. I mean, that doesn't suck. And we know these work pretty well because I had one of those on Pavarti. She was Everett Gill.
Good day to you.
Okay. I think give you your space while you're doing whatever it is you're doing. The outdoor veranda. Can I get that without somebody getting all ticked off? Can I come in here, please?
Nice.
That's all I'm saying. That it? That looks like it. All right, we're done here, folks. Nothing to jump onto, is there? Ah, there certainly is. Oh God. Yep. That resulted in a busted leg on account of I jumped way too good. Let's try this again, shall we? But this time with less feeling. And maybe jumping a little earlier? Well, okay. So, platforming is not my strong suit, clearly. Let's go here. Let's go ahead and go here. Let's aim for... Yep. Both angles need to be broke equally is the thing. So we want that parity, right? Okay, so I didn't get hurt, so we're making progress. Baby steps, what I say. Okay. Let's try this again. I mean, seriously. Seriously. Damn it. You're not going to get the better of me. Eventually, I will make it. Yay! Oh. I want to punch him in the taint. That is just unfortunate. I need ankle wraps, people. Why are you guys guarding for people going out? That is odd. Resident. You guys are watching them. This place kind of tore up. I think we might be on the wrong side of town. Howdy. Don't mind me, I'm just looking for things to pick up. Here looks good. How you doing? Oh, hey. This terminal's use is restricted to authorized medical engineers. Employee login. I will hack myself right up in there. What is this? Starbuck Rogers. Error. Patient not found. Try again. Return to root. Data storage. Notes from experiments as conducted by Dr. E. Williams. Reacticism plus pep you up. This combination might waken the mind. Instance great. That was okay. Okay. Tune in and tune out. Okay, gotcha. Feel like I understand where you're going with all this. Edwards, WIP. That'd be work in progress. I use it quite a bit in my work. I have whip areas galore. And then we'll just do that. Oops. And we'll do. I said oops, and I meant oops. That's what I wanted. Nobody here? Good. Give me that. The dispensary, which, you know, clearly we're going to go ahead and we're going to dispense. No, we're not. We're going to do the opposite of. We totally were not up there taking everything you own.
Pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her.
Abigail.
With Brack's missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like. Hmm?
Oh, damn.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Chicka chicka bow wow. Should have rizzed her up, fool. I'm about to. What's going on?
Hello, dearie.
Howdy.
I don't believe I've seen you before.
You have
and
not.
with sweet cheeks like those,
I know.
remember.
You know what I'm saying?
Quite the bedside manner, lady.
Heck yeah.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure of new company. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
Who's Velma?
She works over at the fishery next door.
With those
Quite
pesky
a
kids?
hard worker, but she's got a bit of a temper.
She's got a talking dog? I'm curious. Temper?
Why, just the other day, I heard her shouting from here. I can't imagine what set her off.
I don't know.
Oh, but here I go again, running my mouth when it's none of my business. Was there something else you needed?
Yeah, I was hoping I could play Cubert on your jacket there.
Yes, indeed. Someone's got to keep Stellar Bay's people healthy and energized.
She is definitely that.
But I am. I get to see plenty of my neighbors here, and I do dearly love a little gossip.
I think she might sample her own wares. I'm just going to put that out there. That lady is tripping balls. More loot. Thank you. Can I jump on any of this? Not really. Is that a fishing net? Looks like. Constable. We do good work for them. I want you to know that we're... Oh. Unfortunate. I'm a junior constable. I even got the badge to prove it. I believe that is right over here. Don't I have it still? Oh, that's junk. I don't need junk. Right there. Junior deputy. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I see you. And I raise you a few levels. Oh. Oh no. This means I'm going to have to try and platform, doesn't it? Good luck to us all. See that? That didn't look like anything. It doesn't look like that door is able to be dealt with, but we're going to try it anyway. Here, no, not so much. Took the safe way around. Can I come up here, please? Can I come up here, please? Thank you. No. So it looks like we're going down. Okay. I can do that. Oh, nice. Okay, nothing here, nothing there. That was kind of lame, I guess. Alright, I gotta know. Can I do it? I can. And can I? Yes. Alright, cool. And then we got this door right here. Hello? I say hello. Anybody home? Cool. While the owner's away, the mice will play or something. Nothing in the drawers. That's what she said. Got those here. Somebody's candy bar. I'll take that. That one's got something in it. I'll take it. And then that's the whole loop. And then do we have anything we can mess with here? Not really. It's kind of a boring place too, if I'm honest. Left field tossball betting. Yeah, we want to see about a little somebody getting their head beat in type of dealio. Who are you? Anything? Resident, Nell. Yo, Nell.
Ooh, you're the new face.
Am
wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games.
I?
So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
I play for Auntie Cleo's Darlings.
I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch? Ha! Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought. So, what can I do for you?
I'd like you to sign my stick. I mean, would you like me to sign your... Would you like a signed stick? I'm terrible at Risen. I just blew that, didn't I? Since you're having trouble receiving the tossball game transmissions, I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him? Let's start here first.
Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda. Like it's done him any good.
Right.
All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments.
Got it.
Makes them real hard to watch.
I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth. They were pretty distinct. Monarch doesn't exactly have a thriving dental industry, and Isaac seemed to get stuck in all sorts of bad habits, dietary and otherwise. Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter, other times he'd keep betting on a losing team, started owing the wrong people money. I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Well, all right. Is there any back room here or anything like that? No, not really. Just a little small establishment. Gotcha. We still haven't seen this sand bar somebody.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Okay. Who are you? Howdy.
If you want to talk to the boss, she's in the back of the warehouse.
Okay. The vending machine. Let's take a peep. Tech skills. All the heavy armor on the planet. Dodge and dodge. There's Velma. Oh, whoa. Okay. Cool is this? The ruins, huh? Missing passcode. All right. And something to climb. That's going to be a no. All right, go over here. Let's see here. Oh, I need. Let's see here. We don't need that anymore. Stainless steel rat. Investigate Elijah and his gang. Family matter. Look for Tucker. Right. Grim tomorrow. Cecilia. Sanjar Nandi in the MSI building. Should know about the status of Grim's poster. And then we have companion quest. Oh, I didn't finish that up. Okay. And he wants to track this down, but we need to go someplace. Completed. We've done a fair few. And we haven't botched a single one yet. Not too shabby. Oh, we've got this too, right? Radio Free Monarch. Information broker promised to find the location of the chemicals needed by Phineas. Problem is, he hasn't delivered the intel on time and hasn't provided an explanation. Travel to Monarch, find him, and obtain the data. Speak with Nyoka. at Stellar Bay. Okay, that's who I need to. She frequents the yacht club in Stellar Bay, so look for her there. Okay. And that is... I'm not sure what that means. I guess that's way above my level, or that's DLC, or I'm not at all certain. Broken tossball stick. I mean, I guess it'll sell. This place looks flippin' cool. Can I go in? Can I get out? I guess would be the better question. And if I go in there, will I get it? Will it all be bad? You gonna have a problem? You gonna have a problem?
You're probably looking for Velma.
Am I?
Watch out. She's in a mood.
Is she? So am I. She might want to watch her tongue. Nobody saw that, right? Oh, say
I'll
what?
keep it down.
Thanks. Another little bench there. That's good. I'm going to say those are explodies. What's going on?
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right?
Yeah?
She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Oh, I gotta. Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your yap like that.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately.
All right.
First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Don't you have rules? Oh. You can't constrain don't you have rules about this sort of
We're
thing?
not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
Is he the one that's dead?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay.
Okay.
Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
All right. You said he's been stealing drugs.
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts. We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the salt tuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Huh.
Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more. Not on Monarch. Sanjar threw out the old work mandates and penalties. Sure, until your workers start making ridiculous demands. Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand.
All right. I'll talk.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it?
It's possible.
I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work. Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else. I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area.
Yep.
I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Holy crap, 142?
Fine by me.
I'm nowhere near that. Even with my fancy pajamas on. $142. How far off am I now? It's got me curious. I know it's a lot, but oh my. Yeah, so I'm 80 away. Okay, fine. Well, 82 if we want to be technical about it. Bennett. What up, Bennett?
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace? What I am doing, sir, is enjoying the moment. And how should they know what they're missing? I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's Best and all the cereals. Yes, free to wallow in squalor together. Free to squabble with the iconoclasts over a raptidon-infested hellhole. Look, you're making me melancholy.
Oh my. Nyoka, how you doing?
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding. All over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? Ooh, charmer.
Yes.
Don't get a lot of that around here.
I bet you
Folks
don't.
mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
I can do that, Foxy Mama.
Outstanding. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business.
I like that.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
Aight.
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good.
Yeah?
I'm cut off for the month. On account of needing one just about every
I believe
damn
I
day.
might
But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You mean caffeinoid? That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what? Perfect. Give it here.
Passion pills. Look out now.
Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
That was fast. I gotta see about stocking some on the ship.
You be careful. The first one's free. After that, they'll offer you gainful employment. Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak.
Aight.
We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook.
Aight.
Out there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun.
Yeah.
If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
Ooh, this is tough. I'll have Ellie wait.
As long as you've got my back, I'll have yours. Welcome to the unreliable crew.
Very nice.
In a manner of speaking.
All right, let's go here. Bloody note, crumpled note from... Yeah, that's from the corpse. Got that going. Let's go here. What do we need? If I go to 80, I think. Those are all the handguns, which I'm not using. Well, I mean, I still use them quite a bit. I mean, to be fair, but I've kind of let these things lag. And their armor rating goes up with that. That's pretty awesome. And this one is their... Okay, so let's just start working on them then. And we will apply that since we're running around with so many companions. And while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and get some armor on that's going to be useful. Defense skills. Oh, let's check Nyoka out. So, I like what you're using. 209, 231, that might be more fun. 293, that could even be more fun. And she's got quite the weapon there. Well, let's see what her abilities are first before we start messing around. Oh. We're going to go ahead and set you up here, and then range damage. Where's range damage? We'll do that. We've got one more to go. 20% damage to creatures. Yep. That looks good. No more left, right? Right. So let's do that. Let's see what you're about. Oh, well, you were a good trade out for Ellie, actually. And you've got Sneak. That's an interesting mix. Barrage. Negative 30% armor rating for 15 seconds. Deals damage over time. Alright. Your armor is better than anything I have. Oh, no, it's not. So let's go here. And it has one-handed melee. Determination does you no good. Heavy weapon, or... Yeah, heavy weapons. That... I don't know why I thought that was heavy one-handed weapons. That was doing me no good at all in any event. So, much better on you, because that weapon you have, isn't that a heavy weapon? Let me look. That is a heavy weapon, and... one-handed weapons. That's a two-handed melee. That is a one-hander, so let's do that. You're not one-handed, are you? No, you're two-handed, and you are one-handed. All right. I like it. And let's go here.
Stellar Bay had a vicar once. He took it upon himself to convince Graham's folk to come back to the corporate fold. Kept making the trip between the city and Amber Heights by foot. Kept getting himself into all sorts of scrapes. Day came when I found a book of his in the middle of a rapid camp. And still gripping it, too.
There's Celia. We're supposed to talk to them. Ooh, we like. I should check her weapon out and see if it's modified at all. I know her armor is not.
Plan unfolds.
Journal, and codex, and alright, so let's go here and let's go to Nyoka. Let's see, are you upgraded? And if not, what kind of upgrading could I do to it? Oh, it's plasma magged already. Alright.
To vicar and layman alike.
Fair enough. Well, there's Sanjar and her, so let's talk to
Greetings,
her first. Hi.
and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries,
How you
producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse.
Okay.
But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago. Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff, and some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
I mean, I'm starting to feel a hitch up in this place.
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises. You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
Oh, damn. All right.
Sorry.
Yep. What up?
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
Oh, damn.
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here? What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Oh, I still want to say that.
Oh, a shame. I'd been saving a bottle of iceberg-aged whiskey for an occasion like this. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
So-called is right. We've got our hazards, but we're still here, damn it. The board took off without so much as a thought for the folks left behind.
Something to be said for perseverance. I endeavor to persevere myself.
Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
I don't know what intellectualism means, but if someone's willing to build us a few practical things around here, I ain't gonna judge them on account of their beliefs.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch. That doesn't mean it'll be easily achievable.
Indeed not. No worthwhile plan was ever simple. That's what I always say.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. Not long, but the devil is always in the details. And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Why don't I have an intelligence unlock for that? My intelligence is quite good. It's more than a 1.
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there.
Alrighty.
Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Uh-huh.
What can I do for you? I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff? Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I had to do right by him. He's a good kid. Let's see here.
Is it true that manta queens devour their mates after copulation?
Yeah. Well, sort of. They kill them, but they leave the body till their swarm hatches and eats it. The first meal is their father.
Makes one appreciative he wasn't born a mantisaur.
Slimy man like you might fit in just fine.
Oh, damn. She sees him for what he is. Alright, we're going to throw a save down right here. And then we're sitting right on the hour mark, so we will go ahead and call this the end of an episode. I appreciate you all hanging out. I really do. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. This one was a lot more listening. It seems like the last few episodes have been that way. It's been a lot more of reading and sort of listening and a little bit less on the action-packed, me running for my life or shooting incorrectly type thing. But I think that's very, very soon to change, like next episode soon. So until then, I hope everybody is surviving and thriving out there and taking good care of each other. Until next time, be good humans.